Greetings, dear ones. I'm Cryon of Magnetic Service. Again, for those who have not seen this before, it would seem that the energy that it takes for the human then to get ready to channel and begin is too short. Because the standard model of channeling would have a distance in time for the human being to adjust to major differences in countenance, in consciousness, in reality. My partner lives with me, as I have indicated to all of you, is possible. Not to live with Cryon, but to live with that which is divine within you to such a degree that you don't turn it on and off. And turning it on and off is linear, and that is what you've learned. By the very way that you go about worship in this land, you learn to linearize God. You go to the place of worship dressed differently, acting differently, and only once in a while. And then you leave, as though God lives there, even calling it God's house, so you're free not to be in His house and act the way you wish. That is linearizing something that is naturally inside. Inside of each of you lives the most divine thing that you can imagine. It's a piece of the Creator, really, however you want to see that. Some call it the higher self. Some call it the soul. You don't have to figure it out, because this piece is multidimensional to a T, and that means this, that you cannot put a reality into it that you could understand. I said this once before. You don't have any trouble with thinking that God can listen to millions of you speaking at the same time. Even if you're saying different things, God is so powerful that this is no problem. The problem is this, is that you can't apply it to yourself. Is it possible you're receiving many messages at the same time right now? If you could hear the whisper of angelic beings in this very room who know your name and know who you are and have been with you for eons, saying, I see you, I love you, I see you, I love you, do you remember me? Here's my name. I'm with you. I'll always be with you. That's my job. If you could hear and realize and hear somehow the whisper of the ancients and your ancestors and even those you loved and lost while you were here, whispering, I'm still here, I love you, did you know that? I am here. Would it change your perspective? And the answer is, oh, it would. It really would. Because the reality that you live in, dear ones, has to be expanded. And that expansion is yours to do by yourself alone. Others can't do that for you. But what happens is when you come together in a group, all of you with some kind of an expanded reality, it changes the reality of the room. It changes what you can do together that you couldn't do alone. Delinearizing God. We've spoken of so often delinearizing yourselves. We haven't really spoken of much. But it has to do with this. If you're a piece of God, that means that you have some of the attributes, literally, of the Creator itself. And those attributes are this: eternal. All of you, every single one of you, all eternal. Your soul lasts forever. Number 2, family. You all know each other. When you're not here, all of you know each other. And you might think, well, that's a lot of souls to know. How linear of you. There is no limit to how many you can love. Dear ones, did you know that? There's no limit to how many you can love. Billions, trillions. You can see them. You can see their names in light on them. And you love them all. that's who you really are. So can you imagine with that how you might apply it to the circle of life with just a few that you have? Can you practice literally going to places that you're only visiting for a moment? You're shopping, you're doing errands, and you see somebody coming and you concentrate. I know the God in them. I know them at some level. I can see that. They're nothing like me. They're not my age. Maybe they're not even my gender. But wow, I can see the family inside there. And in that... aside and marvel at how beautiful they might be. This is the human at its best, learning the very things that we're being taught today in this very session. My partner started the series today talking about that which is a journey that is heroic. It's a metaphor, a name for what's in every single one of you. It's a desire of how you see yourself completing life as a cycle that was heroic, where you did marvelous things, and then you return. And most humans don't see themselves in that scenario. They turn to the media and the novels and the poetry and all the things that will put them into that state of a reality where they can enjoy it, because it's not them. But dear ones, I am saying it is you. Where are you in the journey today of the hero? And if I ask each one of you, you might tell I'm not sure. Some of you will say, well, I just go about life the best I can, awakening and learning the best I can. I've got errands and I come and do this, and I've got family to take care of. And that's what I do. And I want to tell you something, soul. All of that is minutia, it's peripheral. Yes, you do it all. What is the limit of your ability to love? Can you love while you do those things? Can you think of other things while you go through those things? And we come back to the original question. Can you multitask consciousness? How many places can you be at the same time with your consciousness? What part of the Creator do you think is missing in there? Or can you do it all? This hero that you are has walked through many things in this life in order to get you to this room or listening to these words. And finally, you're listening to these words. And if you're expecting profundities, I'll give you one. You are magnificent. And you are in the right place at the right time doing the right things. And you may not even recognize it as being the heroes of this age. You are anticipating an awakening. Anticipating an awakening. That is to say, you recognize there's more here than you think.
More than they don't have no idea.
Then that linear mind pops in, because there are seniors who are saying, well, it's a little late. Not understanding that we see you, dear human being, dear soul, we see you all together in all of your lifetimes as one being. Doesn't matter how young or old you think you are, it's not too late, it's not too early. You are awakening into something you will continue when you return. And for the first time, you get this idea that this is not a linear learning. This is quantum, if you can even call it that. It's burst information. That's the promise. And we've told you this before. There's a lot more here than you think. And you've got a lot more help than you think. What you do with this information next is up to you. I love working with old souls. I love working with you because I know all of your souls, every single one. And when you're not here, dear ones, we party a lot. And we sing. And we laugh. And we enjoy who we are. I've never been a human. Ever. And what I see in you is magnificent. Enough said. Until next time.